Hello, everybody. Go to denverguitarorchestra.com and get the sheet music you need to play with us today. I'm going to go post our link there right now. Control Command V, Shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update, not bold, update. All right, and that should allow everybody to come rushing in here, the throngs of the multitudes to come join us. See if this is working. Scroll down and blink. And sure enough, that'll take everybody to where they need to go. And so I can close that page. And then this page looks like it worked just fine. So I'll close that page. No, I won't, because that page tells us what we're playing today. What are we playing today? Oh, we're playing Frère, Jacques. Huh? We are playing Wheels on the Bus. We are playing. I don't remember what else. I'm drawing a blank. How come I don't just have it magically in my head? Let me pull up my thingamabopper here and we'll get it going. Move to baritone, guitar, book 1. Frère Jacques, book first position. Book 2, Wheels on the Bus. Ugh, hate that lesson. Book 3, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Awesome, that's what it is. And book 4 is Summertime. And there's a girl out there right now. By the way, 7 more minutes before class starts. So if you have already logged in and you're getting ready, you got 7 minutes to get your guitar tuned. And you don't need 7 minutes, you need 1. Um, and if you're watching the recording, I would certainly fast forward it. I'm going to go try to figure out. There's a song I heard where this girl is singing Summertime, but she only sings the first Summertime and the living is easy. And then after that, she goes into some sort of crazy other thing that she wrote. I heard it at the dentist. And so I got to find out who that is and what song that is. Let's type in Summertime song and see what comes up. Summertime lyrics. No, that's not it. There's another girl out there. That's the George Gershwin word. Ella Fitzgerald. George Gershwin. Schmoop. That's one of the lyrics places. Not that. Ella Fitzgerald. Cinnamon. Is that it? Cinnamon keeps coming up. Cinnamon's X Cinema. Cinnamon's times cinema? What's that? Is that it? I don't think that's it. So yeah, so I'm gonna find this song. Is it Nora Jones? Can't be Nora Jones. Oh no, she sings it normal. Cinnamon X something keeps coming up. Oh, it's all in another language. That's not what we want. I don't know what other language it is. Hey Vic, you're in for the. I think that you have had enough of me today. I'm busy trying to search for this song. There's some song out there sung by a female. It starts off "Summertime and the living is easy," and then she goes into this completely new version of this, and I don't know what it is. Oops, that's going to go to a flash player. That's never good. The chocolate bee. Summertime lyrics. I wonder if it's chocolate bee. I don't know any of this. Chocolate bee. No. I don't know. Can't find it. Sometimes you can just type in the lyrics and the thing will pipe up, but I don't remember what any of the other lyrics are. Well, that's true, right? I'm at least better than a forest fire. Yeah, so that's how I know. Okay, here's forest fire. I'm at least here, right? It astonishes me the video from Portland, just them showing how much smoke is in the sky is unbelievable. My eyes have been burning here all day. The winds have shifted and they're starting to blow the fire from up north down into the city again. And I can't even imagine what you're dealing with there because it is so much worse where you are. Oh boy, this is scary times. That's the last thing we needed, right? Was in the middle of all this is to have the we have plenty of stuff going on. The planet is testing us, and we are losing. We are losing. On the other hand, we have guitar, and we're going to use that to help us feel better and give us something to think about. And we're going to find a way to play Daggone Summertime, and it's going to be great. Um, Summertime. These mornings. Summertime, fun time. Looking up all these summertime songs. Scouting for Girls, summertime lyrics. Let's see. Maybe it's the way she takes the sunshine and the sea, and every time I see her, she looks good enough to eat. My goodness. All right. All right, we're 3 minutes away from starting. We got logged in here early. Let's. What do you think, Vic? Should we start with level 4 and go to level 1, or should we start with level 1 and go level 4? What are you up to? What are you up for today? Start on level 4. I think we decided yesterday we would do that. Love this tune, by the way. Good afternoon, Evelyn. Evelyn, you and Vic have logged too many hours today. Um, yeah, what the heck? Like I say, Vic says, well, it's better than hanging around trying to breathe. We'll learn to play we'll learn to play a little music. Um, we're going to start on level 4 today, Evelyn, and we're going to go down. So we'll do summertime first. I don't think I don't even, did we even talk about this yesterday? I don't remember us doing that. This is an E7. I always keep thinking it's an A minor. This is, I'm always interested how I write the arrangement out. I write it exactly like what I think it ought to be, and then I go through and play it 200 times. And by the time that I have got the piece finally up and running the way I want it, my sheet music looks like a bomb went off on it. And I think, well, it started off as a bomb, and I wrote it all out the way it's supposed to be. I shouldn't need to write anything on this. And then after a while, I think it's fascinating how your especially on guitar, not so much on ukulele, but on guitar, because you've got these extra strings, how sometimes something looks like something and you think it's something and it's not that at all. And I think A minor and E look so much alike as you're going along, and you're like, okay, that's probably an A minor. And you're like, oh, crud, it's an E, you know? And I love that about this instrument is this sort of old possibilities of all of the things that it'll do for you. Some of them will trick you. It'll send you down the wrong pathway if you're not on top of things, and hence the notes on your sheet music. Hey, Pauline, welcome in. We are ready to go. It's 3:05. I guess my thought on that is don't be shy about writing on your sheet music. Um, this is a relatively repetitive piece. Um, and it's not something that's particular. It's not crazy challenging, and that the one that E diminished or E augmented shape is a little bit hard getting that on, but it's possible. But even having written the music, just I mean, just showing you all of the notes and stuff that I've been making already. Um, I think that sends you the message, hey, once you figure out the right way to do, mark your fingerings, do the things that get rid of stuff you don't need, give yourself plenty of opportunity so that the second time you come through, when you come by tomorrow or the day after or a week from now, when you finally get a chance to sit down again, that you have left yourself some chicken scratching so that you know, hey, I don't want to think about it twice. I only want to fix this stuff once, make myself a note. And that way, even if you come back to this piece of sheet music 10 years from now, there's your note. Oh, yeah, don't play that, or do play this, or remember this is that. And so I think when I rehearse, or not when I rehearse, but when I practice, pencil is sitting right next to it, you know, ready to go. Make my adjustments as I need, because I only want to fix stuff once. I want it to be perfect after that, where I know what I'm supposed to be playing. So, Pauline, we decided to start on level 4, and we're going to start there, and we'll play Summertime first. So, hope if you, I don't know if all of you guys ended up with a copy of that or not. If you don't have it, Hangout will be on level. We'll go 3, 2, and 1 after that. Vic says, I often wonder why study a sheet of music. Yeah, yeah, it's fascinating, and I do think it's an important thing that non-musicians don't really know is that there's lots and lots of interesting approaches to any moment in a piece of music. If you are a trumpet player and you go through and you read all the notes, there's still a whole lot of variation between each individual trumpet player, how they would play and attack that piece of music. And yeah, I mean, that's, you don't just, it's not just reading and reproducing, it is taking the what's here as a starting point, a recipe, like a chef. I follow a bunch of the great British Bake Off people on Twitter, and the other one of the ladies from a few seasons back posted that she was making something or other, and right in her picture, the recipe sitting right up in front of her, and it was something like muffins. You know, it wasn't something she didn't already know how to make, but here she's got the recipe that gives her the basic parameters of what she's working on, and now she's going to turn it into muffins that are way better than what on the page says. And I think music is very similar to cooking in that respect. Of you got your recipe, that's the beginning. This is our recipe. This is what we're supposed to do. But now we add in the spice, we add in extra ingredients, we do things that whatever our pantry happens to have in it at that given time. That's why I like for any time when we are sitting around as in rehearsal here that we talk about all of our possible tools that we have available, and hopefully one or two or three of those that you might not have ordinarily taken out of the pantry. And like, oh wait, I have some brown sugar back here. Toss in a little bit of that. Okay, that's I hope that's what we end up with here. All right, chords. Not a ton of reason to talk about the chords on Summertime. They are so super duper repetitive, And there's a couple that I would recommend you simplify a little bit. So first chord is A, summertime, and then this E augmented chord, index, middle, ring, pinky. You want to do this exactly the same every single time on this song because it's going to get, you're going to lift this up to make the C chord that often follows. I think it always follows. And you want this one finger is additional. So you're really just making a C chord, done with the wrong fingers, index finger, then ring and pinky. That's your C chord. But then you're going to add in your middle finger on top of the index finger to get that weirdness, that weird E augmented sound in there. Okay, so it's summertime, and then lift up your middle finger to get the C. And the living is easy. D minor, catfish. And what I'm doing here is you take that D minor, catfish are jumping, and I'm just pulling that back. I'm not worrying about putting my pinky up here. It sounds better if you do, but if you don't put it there, you still get that super weirdness in there. It just is a lot of work to get your pinky up there. I've chosen not to do that when I'm strumming this. Catfish are jumping. I guess you can put it in the second time. And then you got a D minor, 7. Cotton is, go all the way up to E, high, and then slide that up to the F shape, but don't add the bar. Okay, so you get that weird sound. And the cotton is high. You're only there for a little bit. Just the sheet music says half of 2 beats, and then go back for 2 beats. I wouldn't think of it like that. I think about it as wah wah, and the cotton is high, wah wah, and then E7. Your daddy's rich. E minor or E augmented. And then you go to your C. And your mama's good looking. D chord. So hush. You gotta get your C chord on. Hush, little baby, don't. E7. You cry. D minor. A minor. E7. You want to get that full strum in. One of these mornings, gonna, and then back to your E augmented, rise up, sing, yeah. Whoops, C chord, sorry. It looked at the wrong line. You ever looked at the wrong line? Back to E minor, augmented. And you'll spread your wings, and you'll take to the sky. But till A minor, morning comes, C chord. There ain't nothing can harm you. Are you guys getting a million calls from political people? You, C chord, and then the D chord. With daddy and mommy standing by your side. E7. Go back and repeat that, and then the second part is exactly the same. So you got a lot of motion in that, but again, the chords are pretty repetitive, and I think if you're singing it slow, dramatic. Let your words be in charge, and then your guitar's a little bit lazy underneath that, getting around to hitting those chords. Um, my kind of song, right, where you're just trying to do what you can with the words. Let the guitar sort of drop in underneath there as help, but they're not tied quite so tightly together. Let's run through the melody real quick. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1. 4, 1, 2. 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1. 4, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Summertime, and then you go back. Okay. So that's the melody. Now let's go through. Let's just play the tough acts. We went through it a little bit last week, and hopefully that's making sense to you at this point. And we'll just take our time, go very, very slowly. Let yourself have plenty of time to get that E augmented chord on. That's going to be the challenging one. Again, remembering that it is a C chord, but you're adding your middle finger on the 3rd string 1st fret, and then you'll be lifting that up. And so getting that some independence on your middle finger there. From the top, grab your A minor to start. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on the strings 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. E chord, slide up, slide back. E7, E minor. Page 2, C chord. 1, 2, 3, 3 on the bottom. A minor. E's augmented. C. D chord. Open. C chord. 3 on the bottom. Bar on 5. Ring on 7. 4 strings. 8, 0, 2, 3, 0. E7. 1. A minor. G minor. A minor. E7. And immediately back to the top. Gary. Second ending. 5557. Maybe all sevens. Yeah, so full A minor at 5. That'll be better. Okay, there. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. Hopefully that's making sense. If you're working at level 4, I think I'm continuing to fight my pinky. Arthritis is setting in, and it just doesn't want to do what I need it to do. But other than that, it does feel like a reasonably playable arrangement, with the one exception of that E augmented. And it's part of the song. It is what it is. And so while it's much easier to play this on a piano, we're tackling it on this one. And I think fine, if something's too hard, obviously throw out that chord or whatever, play the melody note, and keep moving forward. So I like that piece. It's a good choice. I think Evelyn recommended that one. So let's do that. Let's keep going forward on it. We'll have it for a couple more weeks. It'll be fun. All right, level 3. Vous, Dirai-Je, Maman. 3 chords. One of the world's great melodies. Let's play it. Okay. First, let's go through, play it one time. Singing and strumming. Grab your G chords. And you're going to go to your C chords. You're going to have your D7s. And back to G. Just all a typical folk tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. plucking this time. You might be doing this as well, right? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. You can do that. Um, let's take a look at these arpeggio patterns. I don't think we talked about them yesterday, but we might want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we'll have to slow it down a little bit to get them all in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Okay. Slow it down until you can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thumb, index, middle, ring. Thumb, index, middle, ring. And sometimes that's super slow. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Okay, that's super slow because you're not working on getting the song. You're not working on trying to become the greatest Twinkle Twinkle Little Star player. You're working at getting your arpeggio plucking to match up with your chord changing. And that is a tall order when you're changing chords every 2 beats. And so I think one of those things that you can work on at home, you're all at home, but you work on quietly with yourself. Right, just working on chord changes and keeping this steady. That's the real challenge with arpeggio plucking, is keeping this steady even when you blow it. And so start at a nice slow pace, walk yourself through that song, and it'll end up sounding really nice, especially if you like singing. Playing your arpeggio patterns is a big deal. You can really end up with some nice sounding stuff if you will sing over the top of an arpeggio pattern rather than twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's how you see most guitar players that tackle it. Who are not really focused in on the guitar; they're focused in on singing, which is fine. But what you're really thinking is, hey, I can do the same thing, but make myself sound a whole lot prettier. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Sounds a whole lot fancier. And all I've done is, instead of strumming, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's, again, something else you can work on off guitar when you're not sitting around with your guitar. We always have our exercise, right, which we do this one. That helps get your tendons stretched. Feels so good, right? There's that. And then the other one is just dun 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 dun. Don't use your pinky. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's easier on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just continuing to get independence, flexibility, and then strength. We need a lot of hand strength on this hand to make this stuff work. Let's play the melody. Guitar line. 1, 2, 3, 4. if you think at some point, yep, I'm going into classical guitar, that's what I'm going to do, instead of with your thumb, you would be playing with index and middle. Okay, let's try that just for fun. It's a lot harder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I missed it two different times. I grabbed the fourth string instead of the third string, but it is something you see classical guitar players working. You can tell they've been working on it for years. These two fingers and their ring finger are just living their own lives. They know exactly how to keep them in control, and it is something that's worth working on, I think, because ultimately we want to be in charge of everything on this hand. We want it on autopilot so we can put our focus over here on the left hand. All right, final piece of the puzzle. Let's do the tough axe. We'll do it real slow the first time, and then we'll speed it up just a little bit. So grab your G chord, strum, ring finger on the second string. We'll grab your C chord, all 5 strings. G chord, with, ring on the second string. G7, 4 strings. G chord, no bottom. Back to D7, 3 strings. G chord, 4 strings. Put your ring on. D7. G chord. D7. G chord. D7. Open G. D7. G chord. Back to the top. Let's speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. As usual, blew the last measure, but got the idea. All right, so a little bit faster. So always start slow, 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 play slow. And then once you feel like, yep, my fingers are starting to understand what they're supposed to do, then you can start speeding it up just a little bit. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Let's move on. How are we doing on time? We're doing okay. All right, so let's talk. Wheels on the bus. I hate it. You hate it. We all hate it. But you got to get F chord. You got to spend a little bit of time once in a while working on your dumb F chord. And remember, you're really doing an E chord. You're really doing an E chord, but you're doing it with your middle ring and pinky. Slide it up 1, add the bar. Once you get where that sound is coming out clean and pretty. In the beginning, it sounds... Okay, That's how you do it in the beginning. That's perfectly fine. As your hand strength develops, this is all about proper form in order to make this go better for you. Make sure you're holding your guitar well. Okay. Make sure that your thumb, mine is hanging out right there, right perpendicular, right in the middle of the neck. Okay. Next one, bar on here. Probably put the bar on close to the bar, the fret wire, and then slide it back just a little bit. Then add your middle ring and pinky. Okay. That's cool. Okay. If you're way down here, you're gonna have your wrist ends up in cocked and you lose a lot of strength there. If your thumb is way up here, it's harder to get your bar on correctly. So this is a whole lot about proper posture with the guitar. Nothing that I'm doing here feels tense. Okay, my shoulders are square, head is sitting right on my spine. This is not doing anything other than hanging out. If I let go, my hand will drop straight down. So I'm not chicken winging it, in other words. And I'm just getting my E chord on, sliding it up, adding the bar, making sure my thumb is in great position. Okay. The fun way to practice this chord is not Wheels on the Bus, but but the fun way, slide it up to the 5th fret, 5, and then E shape in front. And then slide it back to the 3rd fret. And slide it to the 1st fret. And then get rid of the bar and slide it back to the regular E string. Okay, so if you're getting ready for a gunfight at the OK Corral, right? So that is that old, almost flamenco feeling. Okay. Now in flamenco, you also add in this chunk stuff. And it's fun. It turns out it gets a little repetitive, so I haven't never spent a ton of time on it. But the real message there is, hey, I got to make this bar chord. This bar chord's coming up in my life. That's an A. That's a G. That's an F. That's an E. Okay, so you've got your F chord on for Wheels on the Bus. Now we're going to go to the C chord. Drop your bar completely, open C. Okay, and then we play that, and then you need to get back. That's it. Okay, so the other C chord, you got your F chord, slide it up to 8. That's a C chord there, and back to 1. So you can do the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Oh, I shouldn't have jumped up to C. Let's just try it again. Again, just with your bar, and then up to 8, and then back to 1. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Yeah, that's right. Let me try it again. I don't know how the song goes. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Slide up, round and round, back, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round, up all through the town. And that's what you're working on, is trying to get, and you can smooth it out, obviously. I'm hitting it kind of hard to be silly, but you can do the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Okay, that's just soft and easy. Silly, not silly. Beautiful. Like, this is an important song. Okay. Now, more importantly, you can do your open C. The wheels on the bus go open C, round and round. Oh, sorry. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Now your C chord. Round and round. Back to your regular F chord. Round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Do your C chord. All through the town. Okay. I talked with Arlo, who's one of the finest guitarists in our orchestra, about bar chords often, and he's a huge advocate of bar chords, and mostly he plays with bars, probably 80% of the time. But he did tell me he almost always plays C chord with my open shape. Um, and so he doesn't come way up here to play that C chord. It's basically the same. Not that he never does, but that this is so convenient to have it here that he does do that. So, in other words, if he's doing it, it'd probably be good for you to know how to do it too. So you got your F chord, wheels on the bus go round and round, then to the C chord, round and then come right back, round and round. How I like to think about it is I got to get my middle finger up one string and get rid of my pinky, and then my middle index finger drops down to the second string. And again, I've talked to you guys. This is the chord that just fights me like nobody's business. It seems like inevitable if I have a C chord coming, my fingers are going to be on the wrong strings. F chord, not so much. So that's something to practice. That's it. I don't want to play the tough action of the guitar melody on this one because that's not the purpose of this assignment. This assignment is to make sure you're getting ready to exit book 2. You're feeling like, yep, I can play tough acts. No problem. I can play melody. No problem. I got my chords down. No problem. I hate that F chord, but I'm going to be where I can knock it out on Wheels on the Bus. The wheels on the bus. Let's play it together. Okay, from the top. 1. And notice you're in 2/4, not 4/4. So it's boom, 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 boom. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. The wheels on the bus go round and round. C chord, round and round. F chord, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round. All through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. Okay, and then all 1,800 verses of that. But again, we're working on getting the F chord on, getting the C chord on, F, C, F, C, F, C, and a lot of work on that. Let's see. Evelyn says, thanks again. It's wonderful being in guitar. Oh, you're welcome, Evelyn. No problem. Does Arlo does Arlo squeak on his bar chords? Yeah, everybody squeaks. So that squeak sound. That squeaking sound, that's a normal sound. Arlo's is hanging out here. Arlo's like, yep, sometimes. When you pull your, ideally, you got your bar here, slide up, and then you pull it back and slide down. But that's an awful lot of work. And so I would suggest, don't worry about those squeaks. Those squeaks mean that you're playing live music. If they are no squeaks, chances are an audio engineer has gone into the recording and taken the squeaks out. That's part of what an audio engineer does, is take those squeaks out. When you go to live music and you have a real guitar player sitting there in front of you, that you're going to hear those squeaks because they can't take them out live. So when you hear those squeaks, I think, one, if you hate those squeaks, you need to get over it. And two, if you are not hearing those squeaks, there's a pretty good chance you're listening to a recording that somebody has mastered and taken out the squeaks. Because real guitarists, you can minimize it. Oops, I made it. Here's my A chord. I just took them out, but I have to be very mindful about it. Whereas in a live performance, probably dragging these along here. Okay. Top level classical guitar player would be in control of that. They would decide when and where and if they needed to do that. Probably in lessons for your master's degree, we talk about how to get that out. But real guitar players, I don't think they spend a whole lot of time worrying about it. You get some squeaks, it's part of it, part of the beauty of live music. So yeah, that's a funny question, but an important one. Does Arlo get squeaks? Yeah, Arlo gets little squeaks every now and then. Arlo has a squeak. That's good to know, by the way. All right, finally, let's get out of here. Let's run down and play Frère, Jacques in first position. Okay, I always want to start with all of the levels and make sure everybody's feeling comfy. Hopefully, if you're level one, that sort of information is a lot, right? If you're level one, we're talking about how do you play the melody, how do you play an A chord, index, middle, ring, right? Let's strum through this song. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frère Jacques, Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sonnez les matines, sonnez les matines, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Okay, so that's A chord. That's level one. That's the first thing you really, really want that just to be who you are. When somebody says A chord, you know what that is. Just as last week we worked on E chord, A chord. Okay, melody. Let's play the melody. It's all twos or threes. Start with your middle finger, third string, second fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, oh, 2, 2, 2, oh, 2, 2, 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, oh, oh, 2, oh, 3, 2, 2, oh, 2, oh, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2 from the top. 2, oh, 2, 2, 2, oh, 2, 2, 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, oh, oh, 2, oh, 3, 2, 2, oh, 2, oh, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Second ending. 2, 2, 2. Let it ride. Okay. That's all we want at a level one. I want you to be able to play that melody where it sounds like the melody, and I want you to be able to play that chord like it sounds like the chord. I'll run through the tough acts here just a second, just so you see where you're headed if you're level one. Harlow says a good drill to use to get correct finger placement is to work placement repeatedly. Put your fingers on the chord, pick them up, and place them again. Do this 40 or 50 times and vary the chord. So awesome idea, Arlo. Eventually, yeah. So let's give you an example of what Arlo's saying. Let's say you want to get your squeaks out of your A minor. Put it on, take it off. Put it on, take it off. Do that 40 or 50 times. Then switch to your C chord. Then switch to F sharp. Still got some work to do. 50 times for that. probably, especially when you're learning a new chord, that's a really smart idea. Just put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. And the other one, of course, to go along with that, which Arlo's idea is dead on exceptional. But what is these are your two chords. Let's say wheels on the bus. You're on F. Take it off. C chord your other chord. Put it on. Take it off. Put your F chord on. Take it off. Put your C chord on. And already your hands are like, oh, is that what we're doing? Okay, fine. I'm going to start learning how to do that. Excellent suggestions. Um, Final thing, and I don't expect level 1 players to play tough acts. I don't, but I like you to hear what it's going to sound like. And if you are level 1 and you're hanging out on YouTube, you might as well give it a try. Top from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, from the top. There you go. Great finger strength building. Yeah, right. Way to go, Arlo. Arlo, I'm sending you all of the money I make today from guitar lessons. That's helpful. Arlo is a phenomenal player. And what's fascinating, Arlo is top level guitar player, still showing up trying to figure out, hey, what's the next thing I have to learn in guitar? And this after decades of playing guitar, there's just always more to learn with this instrument, always more things to think about. At some point, hey, maybe I know enough to help somebody else get started on this and keep going. This is a hard instrument. You may have figured that out. And to really master the thing, you either have to go to college for 8 years, practice 5 hours a day, and that sort of stuff. Or you have to be patient with yourself and you have to say, I'm going to work on this, then I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on a little bit of this. I'm going to try to get better at getting my F chord on. I'm going to try to get better at this, that, or the other thing. And we'll keep going. So, guys, thank you for everything. I love it that you show up here. It's helping me stay focused in on getting better. I'm summertime when we first started. I'm like, there's no way that is even playable. And now my fingers are dropping in, being like, yeah, this is how it goes. And so, just the same as Arlo is saying, hey, just practicing putting your chords on just by playing summertime. My E augmented chord is starting to come together, and it'll be together clear up until we stop playing it, and then it'll fall apart again. So awesome. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Nancy, good to see you. Arlo, Pauline, Vic, Evelyn, all you guys, usually one or two others hanging out up in my little thing here, Vic. Guys, go out and have a wonderful day. Let's pray for the fires to get better. Out west, let's pray that that rolling around down south isn't going to be as bad as it looks, and let's just keep the faith that things are going to get better. It has to. Okay, have a wonderful day. I will see all of you tomorrow.